Rod is the head coach of his team, right?
And you hung him out to dry because here's your second all-time leading scorer in Owensboro history, and he's not on the team. First of all, there's not 12 better seniors in the state of Kentucky. And congratulations to everybody that made it, but it's an absolute travesty and joke that he's not on the team.
Right, and I want to say that I've heard from multiple people, because the first thing people are going to say is, oh my God, Rod is coaching this team, and Kenyatta's not on it. Shame on Rod. Well, from what I've heard, that's not the case. Nothing to do with it.
Correct.
It's like, hey, here, coach this group of the guys that we've picked for you to coach. And if you want Kenyatta on there, too bad we didn't pick him.
And not only that, I've heard from some coaches I talked to that in the past, there's been coaches were asked by the KBC or whatever it is, Kentucky Basketball Coaches Association, that these coaches throughout the state do evaluations and turn them in. Not the case this year. So I don't know who picked the team, but it's a terrible look. And then on top of that, let me just say, for a group that has had trouble with attendance, the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star game, you go back in the 80s and 90s, that thing was packed houses. You're playing the game in Owensboro at the Sports Center.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
You put Kenyatta on the team and you add another 1,000 people into the thing. I can tell you what I'm not doing for the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star game. If you're not smart enough to put one of the top 12 players on this team, I'm not giving you my money to go watch this game. I'm boycotting the same thing. And I would invite the city of Owensboro to do the same thing. There's no reason for us to go down here and watch this Kentucky All-Star game when you have this travesty.
The number 2 scorer
in Owensboro history.
Owensboro basketball history.
One of the storied franchises, the storied schools. So listen, city of Owensboro, don't waste your money. They don't think of us enough to put Kenyatta on the team. Let's don't spend our money to help them out. Boycott the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star game, and let's show them what we here think of what they did for the Kentucky-Indiana All-Stars.
There you go. I knew I would get. That's why I deferred to you.
It's an absolute joke.
I knew you would handle it. I thought the way they selected the team, hearing that it was non-coaches, it makes it even worse. But I wanted to absolve Rod in the situation because. But
what they did, they hung him out to dry. Right. He looks bad and had nothing to do with it.
Right, and from what I've been told, he wasn't on the alternate list either. You're talking about there was a roster put together. He's not on the roster. There's like 5 alternates, and I don't think any of them. The only way that it's okay is if Kenyatta's hurt or he just declined the invitation. I mean, I don't know that either answer, but I'm going to say. That's probably not.
I will. You know what I'm going to speak with? I'm going to speak with my checkbook and my wallet, and they're not getting a dime out of mine, and I will boycott the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star game, period. You want to bring it to Owensboro and spit in my face? You're not going to get my money. And I highly recommend the city of Owensboro to do the same thing. I've got 2 birds I can flip. There you go, Kentucky All-Star team.
Man, I thought today was a fun Friday.
It is a fun Friday, but that's an absolute travesty.
No, I agree. I hate to see the Kenyatta